Alright, game number 1 in the top right side. There's the blue Terran player. He is fighting for no one but himself. He is BYUN. Bottom left side, this man only allowed to lose one single game. If he loses more than that, he's out of here. He's the red Protoss. He's from Alpha X. ZOUN. What is he going to go for? Is he going to go aggressive? I mean, it had to be BYUN as well, didn't it? That's the scary part here for ZOUN. Having to win a best of 3 with only losing one game is hard enough, and then, you know, having to do it against BYUN right now, that is, oof, that is going to be rough. Yes, Sushi, I know. I was saying, what's he going to be doing here right now? More so as in an overall kind of skill, right? What's he going to be doing to try and avoid getting 2 losses? But yes, I suppose looking for a proxy is a part of that as well. So that's just actually the same model as the pylon, and just rotating more quickly. I think it is, isn't it? I think it is. Seems that way, anyway. First adept coming up here. I mean, it gets 2 Marines. It's going to go down against the 3rd. Oh, is it going to get the 3rd? Oh, didn't get his final shot off there. More Marines were coming in, of course. Alright, catches some of those Marines. It's always good cleaning up Marines here for the turns. I mean, it is the 50 minerals, and it takes out a lot of the punching weights of any type of push that may be coming across off of the 2 base. But at this moment in time, it seems like BYUN is going for the quick 3rd. He is putting down the extra barracks as well, so could be something there. Could be something there. Alright, blink play will be the way forward here for ZOUN. He's going to get himself 4 gateways as well. War Prism on the way. Already. Could work out quite nicely after already being able to pick off quite a couple of those Marines. Of course, 7 Marines for the price of 1 single adept. That is a trait you should take every single day here. Now we only have 9 Marines from the field. 10, 11. Alright, well, instead of almost 20, right? So, it's still almost half the overall Marine counts here. It would have been doubled otherwise. Wants to blink out of there. How come 5-5 beats 4-5 if ZOUN wins 3-2? Because BYUN already won 3 games as well. So if he wins 2 games, it's going to be 5-3 for him. Alright, Blink Stalkers doing a good job so far. Finding a lot of overall damage right here. Be careful, right? Well, it's got 2 observers here. Bit too close together for my taste, but still coming in again. This is incredibly difficult to hold off with the style that BYUN is playing, of course. More SCVs go down. Armani. Oh, yeah, that could be a good call. Let's see, Armani. I'll have to look into this. Armani, 4-5. He will be 5-5 then. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I think you might be right. My bad. I was only looking at one part of the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna blame the early morning for that one. The early morning. Right, Warp Prism Zealots here coming in on the right side. Nice pick off there. Good pick off there as well. Stalkers do want to get out of here. Just trying to get another med effect before they do so. Now the Warp Prism coming into the main base here. A lot of Zealots ready to do some damage here. Army of BYUN has to move backwards. Not gonna find a lot. And combat shields. I think that should finish, right? Yeah, that should finish. Maybe if he had those other 2 Zealots continuously wailing at that as well, maybe that would have been a kill, but... Alright, so, ZOUN here. Once again, quite aggressive. Has a good couple of sentries available for force fields. Look at that, gonna just zone away the army of BYUN. Is gonna be able to jump right on top of this command center. Don't think that's gonna get repaired in time. No, sir. Alright, BYUN now strapped with his hands behind his back. He is kinda in a bit of trouble, isn't he? Not sure what the plan will be. Oh, if those medeffects get intercepted. Oh, ZOUN dismantling BYUN right now. Liberator aggression coming across, and already a 4th base for ZOUN here, who has the disruptors now in production as well. There they are. That's a real quick pull away there. A very nice reaction. Couple of Stalkers immediately jumping in as well. Should be able to shut it down. Oh, just barely. Not 1 shot missing. Maybe 2 shots. Not that many shots missing. Okay, it was 1. Nice. 2 medeffects on the left side here. That is quite a tight, clustered together Couple of buildings. Maybe difficult for ZOUN to really get rid of those units there, but at the same time might be difficult for BYUN to really get on the important buildings as well. As the recall. Yeah, not gonna take any risks right now. ZOUN, he knows all he has to do is defend, not take any losses, and he should be okay at this point in time. Although BYUN is gonna fly over his main base towards that third. Wants to try continue mining here for as long as possible. Perhaps just get himself into a max supply kind of situation, and then try his luck at the micro battle with the 200 army versus 200 supply army. Oh. Gets one of this medavacs. Again, finding some value there. Alright, setting up. Careful, careful. So I'm trying to see which is the best way for him to enter here. So a lot of siege tanks pretty much everywhere. It's looking like a very, very tough fight to take. I mean, if he wins it, of course, it's going to be a GG right there. But, I mean, that is quite the hefty setup. A nice spread out on those Marauders as well. So many Marauders, actually, in comparison to the Marines. A great amount overall. Let's take a look on the second tab. Alright. Actually, we could just look here, right? 30 Marauders, 20 Marines. That's the BYUN style right there. So yeah, ZOUN, he is just... I mean, in a good... He doesn't have to push into this either, right? I mean, as long as he's there whenever BYUN tries to move forwards, it should be good. So if BYUN here making a good choice, going for the medevac pickup, and that may cause ZOUN to do the recall here once again, which will be necessary to defend, and that would allow BYUN to perhaps take a fourth base, maybe move out a little bit, claim some more ground for himself. A couple of stalkers here going down, that's absolutely fine. Gets more supply, opens up for other stuff such as defensive warpins, DTs, disruptors, Stargate units, whatever he wants, right? Stalker's just not gonna cut it out anymore. No recall just quite yet. There we go, okay. A little bit slower than the previous one, so still a couple of units here going down. 6 of the workers overall. Nice that he kept a lot of those stalkers still around though. They are looking to intercept the medevacs. May be able to do so. I think they will be able to do so. BYUN realizing that he is kind of stuck there. Another medevac falls. Only one single remains with 2 Marauders in there. That suddenly didn't quite make that as worth anymore as I thought initially that it was going to be. I mean, BYUN not only just extremely behind on the income, also behind on the trade efficiency here. Alright. Another fight. Could occur. We have more medevacs trying to make a run for it. No, we do not. The Vikings a little bit further away, though. Gotta be careful. Siege tanks. Oh, getting 2 disruptors there very nicely. Disruptor's always such a scary unit to face. But neither of these players are really capable of pushing into one another. That's a big problem here. Maybe some carriers, maybe some Tempest. Anything here really to force the fight against BYUN would be a good call. We do have those, well, we have the fleet beacon now available, I believe. There it is. As well as the 4 Stargates. Getting air weapons also. Let's see what he goes for. I mean, BYUN, considering how the game opens up here, it's he's doing a really good, solid job at just maintaining kind of this position here. He reclaimed his own main base with another base as well. ZOUN coming in from the right side, finally, perhaps finding an opportunity here. I think the Colossi should be able to get on top of the command center. At least he is gonna take down the refinery from that position. Ooh, big attack on the left side. Actually, not that big of an attack. Maybe a bit of an overcommittal there for ZOUN, sending most of everything back home. Stalkers once again trying to maybe move for the intercept, but yeah, too far out of position to make that work. Uh-oh. 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 Just a single marine. It's more difficult to break a Terran the less bases that he's on, right? Because then he's just going to be more ready with the setup of his defensive forces. Look at these siege tanks all clustered together, huddled up. There's the missile turret there. Probably not the time for ZOUN to try and make a move. A lot of safety scans there for BYUN continuously above his own army, trying to ensure that he's not just being looked at. Alright, there we go. Carriers now in the mix. Oof, almost losing that disruptor right there. Now against the carriers, it's a rough thing for the Terrans sometimes. I suppose a lot of Marines can do the trick to just take out the interceptors here, but the Marines don't do all that well against the disruptors, of course. Blink Stalkers. I think that is just, again, freeing up some supply right here. Trying to get whatever he can. On the left side. Ooh, good spot there for ZOUN, moving that War Prism away in time. Another War Prism on the right side. DTs on the planetary. They will be coming in right now. That is just barely not enough. The repair is going to save the day here. The missile turret does get slaughtered, though. And I think these warp prisms here, just mainly to warp in DTs to try and get rid of those bases wherever they can. I mean, ZOUN absolutely fine with not breaking BYUN again on 4 bases. It's not necessary. He would like to take out a base here, of course, on the left side. It may be doable. If he loses some forces, that's okay as well. He has a pretty good solid bank right now. Look at that, taking out one command center, going for the other one right now. 5 of the SCVs go down. The planetary does remain standing, though. But slowing down any type of progression towards a 5th base here for BYUN. BYUN continuously has been behind in this game economically, but somehow, some way, making stuff happen here for him, right? Just trading out, well, rather efficiently, at least for the gas department. The minerals, not so much, but he hasn't been taking massive hits from disruptors. He hasn't been taking too much damage from, like, poke Colossi or anything like that. And all of that while still maintaining his bases here as well. A lot of that to do with those siege tanks there. Just being in a really good position. There is another base now flying over. This could be the moment. This opens up 3 avenues of attack now for ZOUN, and that could be too much for BYUN to handle. DT's already in position. Should be... Actually, just barely don't see that command center. There we go. Now we'll see what is going on here. Army for BYUN, though, also already in position to counteract this. A lot of bases going up for BYUN. It shows that with patience you can get a lot of work done still, even if you do take quite a beating at the start. Very often people are under the impression, well, I lost a lot of stuff, so let me just try to get myself into a position where I'm continuously across the map, continuously trying to do damage to my opponents, equalize the game that way, but just playing it very solid, playing a game where you slowly but surely take more and more bases. Don't take significant losses yourself. You will be able to still make an army that is very much worth contesting. A lot of the Marauders are being taken out, but BYUN, he's trying to transition into an anti-air army, so the Marauders here not the most important units overall. Let's take a look at the unit composition here. Yeah, more so aimed towards the Vikings and the Marines right now for BYUN here. Still 7 Ghosts, of course, as well. Very important for this. EMP's a incredibly important aspect in an army when you're fighting against any type of Protoss composition. This could be trouble. Is ZOUN going to try and react to this? BYUN doing a really good job overall. It's again just maintaining his ground here, right? This seems such a difficult army to fight, but he is doing a bang-up job so far. He's losing some Vikings here and there, but really minimal losses overall. He will lose this drop, but definitely did do quite a bit with it as well. Gets shut down. I think ZOUN should consider taking the bases on the top left side here, or, well, maybe actually he is looking to perhaps break BYUN finally. He is truly committed now. Doesn't have that many interceptors left, though. That could be a problem, but it is going to be enough to get out with that disruptor shot. Finally, GG is called. BYUN fighting to the last moment, the last man standing, but couldn't really get it going into his favor anymore. Well done there by both those players. That was an impressive game right there. But ZOUN being able to take it in the end. ZOUN. BYUN. BYUN. June. I don't know. Sometimes I still struggle with the pronunciation for ZOUN. BYUN. BYUN. Alright, well, anyway. It's rough. Game number 1 done and dealt with. Second game going to be on Oakside. A Protoss and a Terran. One game behind. Will he be able to make it work here still? He's the blue Terran. He's teamless. He is BYUN. His opponent, Alpha X. He's the red Protoss. ZOUN. So yeah, ZOUN, what is his plan right now? What do you think he will be able to do? That's a very, very important victory, though. Taking the first game, that's got to be a good mental boost right there for the Red Protoss, who still desperately needs a victory here on the boards. As long as he wins, it should be okay. Because he did a lot better in his other match. But winning against BYUN, of course, not quite something you wanna have happen. Well, winning against BYUN, of course, is a difficult thing to have happen. No, ZOUN guaranteed to equalize with Armani. Worst scenario, he will lose 3-2. I mean, he won't have a single victory though. Like that's the main thing. You need to. We look at the scores first and foremost. So he needs to win still. Right, we look at the whether you. So he would have 0-2 as the overall score, and that would put him behind. So even if he you know manages to get 2 victories here, and then still loses, that is still him gone. Even though he has a better map score, it's still not enough. If he has a better map score, actually. Would he have a better map score? He lost against Armani, yeah. So Armani has a victory overall. It's so good. It's so good. I know how you feel. Third base here for BYUN, together with the double barracks here. He is sticking true to this double barracks play. But ZOUN this time around not going for the earlier oppression with the gateway forces to try and punish the Marines here. I don't have a bunker either. BYUN really a big fan of going the double barracks route. Engineering bay as well, already getting constructed before a factory here even. Could be just a massive bio attack here. Off of the 2 base. Could be a pretty good timing, not gonna lie. That's the gas right now for the +1. See if that gets started up here. I would think so, right? 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 Going for missile turrets first. Interesting. Was not expecting that. Supply depots. Alright, yes. And then the +1. Now +1. He still has the gas for it. Is he waiting for medevacs? Is that what he's banking on more so? Missile turrets at home in case there's DTs. And now... Alright. Fair enough. Right, talk to you later. Noir Null. Noir Null, I think. I hope. You've noticed my pronunciation isn't the best anyway. So. Good luck at work, buddy. Alright. Third base here for ZOUN. Immediately under threat, of course. That's a hell of a lot of Marines that you don't really expect at this moment in time. There is a shield battery, a couple of sentries, a smart warp in here coming for ZOUN. The Phoenix is not really helping out against this, of course, either. They make this very difficult. BYUN realizing that there is the sentries up there, so it's just gonna play it defensively. Doesn't want his opponent to run away with the game here, as he is planning to do that himself. good base here. The Phoenixes still, yeah, need to stay on top of that. It'd be nice to see. Ooh, immediately gunning down those sentries. ZOUN getting a bit aggressive without a real reason to. I think that may be it, guys. I think that may be a bit too much. Immediately on top of that shield battery. That is gone right now, even with the overcharge. The probes under a lot of pressure. And they are going to fall. Quite a good amount of them. The Phoenixes rushing back home, trying to mitigate the damage here. But 13 probes have been slain together with that Nexus being cancelled. That may be too much. BYUN here showing the power of the double barracks opening. Especially when your opponent goes for those Phoenixes, it would appear. That is not the best way to combat those Marines, of course, for Protoss. I like that. BYUN as well really learned his lesson about the shield batteries, it looks like. He's not just going to go for those Stalkers or gateway units in front of it anymore. Will just jump right on top of that shield battery whenever he has an opportunity to. Or just move back. That is the other side of things as well, of course. Will just disengage these days as well. When he just got back and he started playing again, that's something we saw very often still from BYUN. But he has gotten very, very decisive with how to deal with those shield batteries overcharges. Which is just nice to see overall, right? Anyway, he's coming in again. That's a strong army right here. Goes for the probes first. There's only a single Colossus here. That is gunned down immediately. That's nothing to do there. GG is called. BYUN ties up the series. Alright, 1-1. ZOUN in hot waters here. Needs another victory. And then needs another one. Still needs 2. He's allowed to lose 1 more game, but that's about it. He had a better... Well, he would have had a better performance then. As opposed to Armani. Armani, you know what? If he did win another game here against BYUN, if that was a 3-2 score there as well, whole different scenario. Let me double check that math, by the way. So Armani is now on 4-5. If ZOUN wins, let's see, it's 1-1 right now, so he's already on 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Yeah, I mean, if he gets indeed, then 1 more loss, that would be 5. 3, and then 2 more victories. Yeah, that would put him above Armani. Or, well, yeah, no, wait. Wouldn't that... Wouldn't that tie it up? I'm going crazy here. Right, 3. Is this already updated overall? Let me see. Oh, yeah, that's why. It's already updated, right? That's why. Okay, so he can only get to 4 losses in total. Yeah. Alright. But he definitely needs to win 1 more game. Alright, 1-1 in the bottom left side. A blue Terran player. Teamless. It's the BYUNer. The BYUN. In the top right side, the red Protoss. Alpha X. Yes. ZOUN. Both players doing their thorough research on their opponents here. Investigative planning and research taking place. So I'm not gonna try to get rid of that one SCV though. That is low on the HP. We'll just be be the casual here. We'll move backwards. Looking for a proxy though, it seems. There is that pylon being thrown down. Okay. Should be a Stargate from this position, right? That is what you would imagine. He definitely has been playing... Well, he has definitely been playing a lot of Stargate. I think this may be another one. Come on. Come on in, Stargate. And welcome to the Stargate. And who knows, maybe he'll do another proxy Stargate over here in the bottom right. I think that's also there just for the rescout later on at some point, but that would be funny, right? Double proxied Stargate on 2 different locations. Maybe 3 different locations? Oh, that would be funny. I think this bro was just looking for a starport. A proxy starport. Oh. Sorry, wait. Oh, right. Okay, that's a difficult key right now. My bad. My bad, my bad, my bad. Sorry for the disturbance right there. Alright, so Oracle play is about to take place. We do have a Twilight Council behind this. Sometimes we do still see the Adept Glaive attack against Terran opponents as well here from ZOUN. I suppose if ZOUN wins this, that is already him moving on then as well, right? In 2nd place. If he does manage to... No, wait. No, he needs to win the entire series. Sorry, my bad. I keep messing up this, guys. You keep thinking like, oh, wait, that's gonna be great for him. It's not the case. Not the case at all whatsoever. He's got 2 more victories. I've had so many different conclusions as well, staring at that thing, that they're running through one another. But yeah, no, the correct one is ZOUN needs to win this series. It's okay to win 3-2. He will beat out Armani that way. If he wins 3-1, he's gonna be on top. Yeah, he's gonna be on top of the group actually. So it really comes down to these final games right now. We still have all the different variables possible, except for, I suppose, BYUN. BYUN's not gonna lose anymore. He did manage to secure his place, I believe. Is there a way for BYUN still to... I'll have to look into that as well. A lot more gateway forces on the field this time around. Not so easy for those Mariners to just rush in there. Let me quickly grab the thing here once more. Do a quick refresh. 1-1. Can BYUN still lose this? I suppose he could, right? Oh, no, wait. Huh. Interesting. Oh, wait, that's where it's not updated yet. Okay, alright. Jump. Yeah, I don't think BYUN can lose this anymore. Because the worst case scenario for him is being tied up with Armani. And he beats Armani in a straight up fight, so that would mean that he advances. Alright, that's good. Figured it out. Okay, focusing on the game again. Pew! Robotics facility on the way as the charge upgrade is about to finish up here. So it's +1 attack. These Stalkers just continuously picking away at those forces here at the front door of BYUN, doing a really good job so far. Even getting both the Widow Mines. Very, very solid stuff. A big stim coming out of BYUN trying to chase this down. The speed zone helping out, chasing it down a little bit better. And getting rid of one Stalker, I believe. Well, 2 in total. Overall have died right now. He's gonna see the proxy Stargates here. Not sure if he has the time to really deal with it at this moment, as he does want to go across here before that Colossus, of course, gets out on the field. No extended thermal lance will be available for that Colossus, though, if it does enter in the field. Let's see, single sentry as well available. Not sure if he wants to go for the Guardian Shields or for the Force Fields here. I think the Guardian Shield would just be the safer bet. The Stalker's going into the main base, afraid of a Doom drop. But the attack is just going straight from the front. Stalkers need to be pulled backwards. There they go. Blocking the further aggression deeper into that natural base. Protecting the worker line. Not quite being able to get rid of that medevac. And now BYUN goes for the drop. Stalkers. Yeah, that's right. Come on, Stalkers. Get through those other units. Actually, BYUN decides against it. Maybe he saw the, I think he may have seen the shimmer of the observer there. Maybe he scanned. I don't know. Something like that, but looking good. Looking good for him. He's not going to just run straight into all of those Stalkers right there. DT Shrine on the way. BYUN still, I mean, I still like BYUN's position here a little bit better. Maybe those DTs are going to put new stick in the mix to stir it up, though. Stir up the drink. In comes this attack once again. Not that much stuff actually available to really protect those Colossi. Nice micro overall. Maybe some force fields. There we go. Not quite what I was hoping to see, but with the shield battery overcharge there as well. Very, very well done, actually. Yeah, that was incredibly patient to wait with that, with those force fields for so long, so that he could take a couple of extra shots at the bio as he was on top of his shield battery overcharge. Very cool stuff there from ZOUN, actually. Getting rid of the Widow Mine right now. BYUN still, I mean, still a really good position here. That 4th base needs to start mining, though. Sees that there's a base in the top left. Is going to go straight for the drops as he's running away with the rest of his forces. Actually, no, again, just second guessing himself here, I suppose. There are a lot of Stalkers there after all. Ooh, Zealots coming in. 2 SCVs for the price of how many? 4 Zealots. Not entirely worth it, but good attempt, good effort. A for effort. Okay. The Folk missing Trident attack right now. Coming in on the left, coming in on the right. We have a reasonable amount of forces here for ZOUN in the 3rd base. The main base, actually, also 2 Colossi there. I think that may be enough to hold this off. He did lose some infrastructure overall, but I'm not quite sure exactly what he lost. So he lost a robo. That's a big deal. That is definitely a big deal. Does he have a second one? Yes, he does. That is also quite a big deal. Still having something here. Widow Mines coming in. Still being a bit of a bother as well. As BYUN looking for the offensive once again. He is just a non-stop aggression machine. Losing one of his medevacs, though. I believe that was a medevac. Coming in a bit too aggressively. Is he going to try to just run up that ramp? I hope not. That could be a bit of a problem. Colossi here, 4 of them, doing a real good job at just slicing and dicing through the ranks of the Terran here. A lot of stimming has to be used to get himself back across the map here together with the rest of his forces. Let's see how much he is gonna manage to heal up here. Not that much. Alright, in we go. How much damage will it be? Zealot Stalkers. They do seem quite numerous. The Colossi not really a response to those either gonna be available here. As the production facilities for BYUN, some of them here on top of the 4th base. Right, Liberators, they will make life a bit more difficult for the Protoss to keep moving in here. And Colossi really don't do much against buildings, do they? There we go. Alright, one Liberator does get picked off. One remaining. He's managing to get a couple of good shots off. It's a side rope though here for BYUN to walk. As the army composition for ZOUN just doesn't seem all that ready to be answered by him. Okay. ZOUN trying to force the buyout into the fight here before really committing into the Liberator. The same goes for BYUN. He wants ZOUN to commit into the Liberators. But so far, BYUN getting a bit more ahead of himself. Tries to make that happen. The Colossi still shooting quite heavily. There's some DT harassment as well, it looks like, actually. Just a single one. Liberators leapfrogging themselves forwards. Here we go. This could be the moment. Will BYUN hold? Will he fall? Or is ZOUN just gonna move back across the map again here? So far, still a bit unclear. Alright, different angle of approach, jumping right on top of those Liberators. Is this enough? Disruptor ready to help out as well. Getting everything he needs. That is it. GG is called. ZOUN makes it happen. Gets himself a little bit closer to moving on forwards into the playoffs there. Just needs one more victory. One more victory. And he will have done it. If he wins this next one without going down with another game in between, then that would mean he's going to get himself on top of the bracket as well. On top of the group. Now, it doesn't mean all that much in the situation we have for ourselves here, right? It doesn't give you a massive advantage moving first in your group. But it's still a nice thing overall. Still a nice thing to have happen, of course. BYUN, on the other hand, I mean, he is okay. He is okay right now. If he loses this game, he's still going to move on. That's absolutely fine. Doesn't matter too much to him, except for his pride and all that stuff, of course. But, alright. He is a prideful player, after all. As most of the StarCraft 2 players are. Thought he was going to get 3 0s. Yeah, apparently that is not going to be the case here. ZOUN, he is pretty darn good, it seems, against BYUN. He's really shutting down the aggression from BYUN. Trying to be quite aggressive himself as well. And it's working out for him. He's finding a lot of success with it. In the bottom right side, there he is, the blue teamless Terran. He is BYUN. Bottom, top left. Top left! Red Protoss, Alpha X. ZOUN. Styles make matchups. Yeah, that is very true. Sometimes that is just the case. Although ZOUN, we all remember, right? Also being able to take out something like Innovation, which is quite a different kind of Terran, I would say, than someone like BYUN. I think people would definitely agree with that sentiment. Trying to delay that barracks would be a good thing for him to have happen, of course, but doesn't seem like that is going to be the case. Alright, reactor gets scouted. That's a big tell. Maybe a bit more doable for ZOUN to get his gateway forces across the map now. Can stick around a bit longer with that probe as well, of course. Can delay the command center, if nothing else. Moves out of there. Let's see what he is planning to do with that first initial adept. Looks like that is going to go across the map here. Twilight Council behind this. Would assume it's the blink upgrade, but we have seen some crazy stuff out of ZOUN before as well. It's not uncommon for him to throw down a bit of a adept glaive attack, and again, somebody that goes very heavy onto the Marines. I don't think it's too horrendous either, right? Adept glaive works pretty darn good against Marines. You need to have bunkers and stuff then to really hold it off, and BYUN has been skipping out on those as well. But let's see. We have the Robo and Blink, most likely, I would still assume. Nothing yet being constructed. It should be Blink, right? Why else would you make that one stalker there? Yeah, there it is. There it is. Alright. BYUN getting aggressive here, actually. Already a shield battery on the way for the front door. It's not quite ready yet, so maybe this will just be bursted through here with the two Hellions. Bit of a strong mix-up right there. The probes being pulled, but they were being pulled at the wrong time in the wrong place. There we go. Shield battery overcharge now at the natural, but the Hellions and the Marines just go straight into the front door. Marines blockading the Stalker from getting access there. That's a lot of probes going down here right now. These Hellions truly having a field day. Let's see how many more they get. 1 or 2 more. There we go. 14 in total. Great stuff. Great stuff there. Could be a game decider move on its own already. Can make things a little bit more dicey for ZOUN, who, of course, still has to win this game. Oh, well, not this. Well, one game. Yes, still win one game here. He can't lose this one, but that would mean he's gonna be on the match point the next round, and if he loses that, that's gonna be even worse for him, of course. I think BYUN just aiming to get his illegal lag rating as high as possible here. He's trying to get as much of an advantage as possible. Alright, let's see. That's a lot of stalkers with Blink, of course, but there is a siege tank. There's a Raven up there as well. Let's see. Alright, blinking into the main base. Does manage to find a little bit of a spot here, but more siege tank firepower right there available as they jump out of that location. Losing a stalker, I believe, on the way out. Taking some hull damage as well on another one, but that's about it. Nothing much else. Going for the rocks there. I suppose that allows you to rotate here a bit more casually without the fear of having siege tanks shoot you from over here or here. Those siege tanks may be a little bit too far forwards anyway. Oh, is this not in range of vision? It really wasn't. Alright, so this could be big. Already a good amount of SCVs go down here. Let's see. Do manage to get out of there as well still. Siege tank now available for the front door. We'll hold that off, but 5 workers, that's an okay amount. It's not enough though. ZOUN needs to do more. He needs to do more if he wants to get himself in an equalized, opportunistic battlefield here. Because BYUN did so much damage early on. So much damage early on. And now, of course, just because it's early on and it's more damage, incredibly impactful on how the rest of this game is going to go. War Prison with the 4 Stalkers still available here on the main base, looking to jump in perhaps at some point in time. There we go again, getting rid of a missile turret there, or at least forcing the cancel. The Hellion doesn't get much done either. Sees that there's the 3rd base though, and that may cause the trigger for BYUN to make the move out across the map. ZOUN trying his best to keep this army from moving out here, but This could be a scary timing here. I think perhaps we may have BYUN just stampeding over the Protoss here. Ooh, that Raven so close to going down. That would have been a good pick-off. I've seen people win games off of the back of picking off a Raven like that, but not going to be the decider factor here. Also, that is usually when the Protoss does have some Colossus on the field. Can get interfered with this time around. ZOUN going for the High Templar and going for the Storm upgrade, which I'm not quite sure will be out in time here. Or will be enough anyway. BYUN very, very good at micro and very good at dodging storms here. Let's take a look. 3 siege tanks in a wonderful position. There's Storm 1, Storm 2. Landing pretty reasonable chunks of that Terran army. He may have enough to hold this off, actually. He has Zealot charge, but... oh, he is just taking a pounding from the siege tanks right now. Yeah, I don't think it's still going to go into his favor. An Immortal on top of the siege tank here, trying to micro it out. ZOUN, you know what? He's giving it his all, and he does manage to get rid of 2 of those siege tanks. Does he have any shield battery overcharge? No, he does not. I think he may have held for now, but... I mean, that is quite a bit of reinforcements coming in. Interfering troops coming down right now. Let's see if that is enough for BYUN here to make everything go his way. Targeting down whatever he can. Doing a good job so far. And, alright, ZOUN, he lives. He lives. He breathes. But man, that made it quite a bit of a mess there for ZOUN. He definitely did not take the better end of that trade. 3rd base for BYUN has been mining now for a while as well. It looks like we are very likely to get ourselves a game number 5 here. Alright. ZOUN here trying to find an opportunity. Pretty much a last-ditch effort. I don't think it's gonna work. This is a hefty setup right here available for BYUN. BYUN gonna send in a single marine over here. Single marine over here, checking to see what is up with the base of the bases of ZOUN. Alright, and here we go. The final effort, the final ditch. Alright, good storms there. Being able to land on the back line, but yeah, that is just not enough here. That is not enough Protoss, is it? No, SCV's being pulled as well. Well, the Warping could be pretty big here, actually. That's still a good amount of Zealots coming down. A lot of the SCVs getting picked off as well. No. GG. GG is called, and BYUN takes game number 4. Oof. Alright. See this next lobby getting hosted. And I'll quickly dash off to the bathroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Just gonna see whether or not we get started here. Alright, yes we will. Alright, see you soon, guys. My apologies. I am here. Looks like nothing crazy is going on. That's good. That's good. Alright, so. Bottom right, Red Brodels, Alpha X, ZOUN, Teamless, Blue, Terran, BYUN. Whew. Scores. Let's do those as well. It's 2-2. ZOUN needs this victory right here. He really does if he wants to move on in his tournament. BYUN here with the power to either let Armani or ZOUN continue onwards. If he gets himself another victory here, then that could be a lot of trouble for Mr. ZOUN. If he doesn't, if BYUN loses this one, then you know what, that could be a lot of trouble for Armani. BYUN, on the other hand, he's fine. No matter what happens, he'll be okay, guys. He got a nice, clean 3-1 victory. That should be able to carry him through. Put him at least on second place. Well, actually, I think he's guaranteed already first place here. Alright. Nothing happening there so far. Blink upgrade for ZOUN. Once again, going for the blinks. Robo facility as well, of course, to facilitate the robotics units. How many gateways are we going up to? 4 in total. As Mr. BYUN is going for the, well, the double barracks opening here once again into the factory. With a quick third command center as well, of course, to boot. Definitely seems that he has found his favorite way to play this. ZOUN still a bit more fluctuating between either the Twilight or the Stargate, but not going too far off the beaten path. The beaten path? The beaten path? The track, right? Not going too far into the weird territory here. Nice dodge on any type of scouting here with this marine ball that is coming in right now. The Starkers are going to leave the facility of the natural base, which means that is completely left open. These Marines are going to get stim, and that could be quite a nasty thing. That is quite a good amount of Marines. Maybe they're not going to be able to get on top of that shield battery, though, but it doesn't really matter because there's no shield battery overcharge. That's going to get gunned down. Oh my god, that's a lot of probes. Oh dear lord, that's a lot of probes. As BYUN is also trying to hold off his own main base, of course, here. Just needs to keep those Marines on top of the probes here. That is a lot of trouble. That is... ah, man. Guys, what a way to close this down, but it looks like ZOUN is just taking too much damage here. 18 workers went down in total. Finally, he does manage to clean up all the Marines at the other side, but... to do anywhere near that amount of damage now against this opponent is very, very, very far-fetched. He needs to get every single stalker here across the map, but that's just kind of the thing you find yourself with two very aggressive players. Sometimes in the early parts, you know, one player just moving out a little bit too quickly, and then the attack of the opponent being a bit stronger and more ready to just deal the massive amounts of damage. What the Blink Stalkers are doing a bang-up job, though. They are definitely giving it their all. They even managed to get rid of that one Widowmine right before the observer goes down. Blink micro through the roof. This is one of the strongest suits of ZOUN, to be fair. His micro also very, very much insane. More Stalkers do enter in the fray, trying his best to keep everything alive here. He's doing an okay job. He's getting a lot of worker kills. He's definitely making something happen here. ZOUN, is he doing it? Is he making it back into this? Oh, that's a lot of Widowmines there, though. Needs to make sure not to die to those. Let's get rid of another Marauder there. Dead Marauder on the ground. Always looks a little bit silly, but 25 workers did go down there. Not what I thought was going to happen. That's exactly what needed to happen here for ZOUN. He's going to grab a couple of sentries here as well. Oh, he's going to go for it. He wants to get the force fields on top of the ramp right there. Needs to be careful. All right, just a little bit of poke on the right side here. Wants to try to get those forces as much as committed to the right side as possible. I think BYUN is kind of onto it though. I think he smells what's happening here. More SCVs are going to get pulled. The Marauders now with Concussive Shell being quite a hassle to work with. As the Stalkers for ZOUN getting kind of pummeled here. Robotics Bay on the way as well. ZOUN, he is still making probes. He did manage to equalize the worker count a little bit here, but of course 3 command centers just produce a lot quicker than the double Nexus. And I don't believe we saw a lot of probe production for a while there for ZOUN. Army advantage, man. That got quite dicey there, but it looks like BYUN did stabilize in the end. Alright. Careful. Losing all those Stalkers, that could be the death sentence entirely, of course. The contract with death will be signed right then and there. BYUN not going for a drop, just playing it safe. He knows there's a War Prism, so he wants to ensure that nothing gets by him undetected or too far away, removed from his own army units. The right side, though, a little bit open here, and well spotted by ZOUN. Is going to come in here and get a reasonable bit of poke going on. Comes. Another Marauder goes down. Zapson out of there. Alright, transitioning into the Colossi with the extended thermal lance here. It's crazy how the 32 workers killed up did not manage to put ZOUN into a positive worker count here. Or a higher worker count than his opponent, of course. Ooh. Okay. Thought all the probes were going to go down there. Maybe some over here, though. I mean, 2, not bad. Another one in the main base. Could get a bit more. Let's see. 3, 5, yeah, 5 in total, that is. It's not all that can be, but oh my dear Lord, this could be the decisive factor, though. Of course, that's a lot of Marauders right on top. GG is called. BYUN takes the game and will kick ZOUN out of the tournament here. Unfortunately, it got incredibly close.